Hi, welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Brandy,
Amber,
Chris, and Ross.
Today, we're going to talk about reincarnation. Suki's going to make it.
That's my dog coughing.
So, reincarnation. It's something that has been a part of mainstream religion up until very recently, and
Right.
so I just want to kind of talk about it, see what everybody thinks, and what everybody thinks.
Well, we
A, do you believe in it, and B, what do you think it's like?
Well, we should probably define what reincarnation is, just for anybody who doesn't have access to the Googles.
Do we normally have stupid people listen to us?
I don't know.
Because
I wouldn't think so.
you're not going to have much fun here. But
Yeah. Reincarnation, you die and your soul comes back in a different body. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that fucking dog.
Charlie is currently being reincarnated.
And I mean, there's still religion. I think Hinduism.
Yeah, Hinduism,
Buddhism. I mean, there's a lot.
There are mainstream religions today that still believe, but
There's pretty much only three that don't, right? I mean, pretty much the big three, the Abrahamic religions, don't believe in reincarnation.
Right.
For the most part.
But that is a modern development in those religions, because they very much did
In the past.
In historically, it's a fairly modern conversion.
So how do you want to go with this?
Well, I just kind of want everybody to talk about I want kind of an essay from each of us on what they think about the subject. Do you believe in reincarnation?
I believe in it.
I absolutely believe in it.
I think I'm an old soul.
I am, and I think you are too. I mean, I get that energy. Okay, Chris, do you believe in reincarnation?
Yeah, it's weird. I do.
I think you're afraid to.
No, I'm not afraid to. But it's like, yeah, all right. Ultimately, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think for you the problem is you
see. I don't think we just.
I think religion's a problem for you.
That's exactly what I was trying to get to.
I don't think that we just continuously get reincarnated for eternity. I think that
I don't think anybody thinks that.
Well, I'm sure somebody does. I think that we get sent to learn lessons and
right.
And
I mean, that's basically what.
Yeah, and then if you learn all your lessons, you don't have to do it anymore.
You don't have to, but you can choose to.
Yeah, I think you can choose to.
But yeah, you can kind of retire from the scene, I think.
On What Dreams May Come.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite
God, that
movies.
movie is so
Love
beautiful.
that movie.
Ross, what do you think? Do you think reincarnation is a thing?
Yes, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not.
Well, it's not a for or against kind of thing. Well, I mean, we're not voting. We're not like.
I didn't think we were. If you'll shut up, I'll finish.
I'm sorry. In this life, I'm a smartass and I can't control it.
Yeah, well.
In the last life, you probably got stoned for it.
Maybe you need to start your next
So did I.
Anyway, I just, it's like, I don't know that I have ever been reincarnated. I don't see.
I mean, why do you say that?
I mean, I don't have any, memories of anything.
Most people
Were you
don't.
ever?
I get that, but what I'm trying to say is I'm
You haven't
more of
seen
a
evidence to
skeptic.
make
I
you-
haven't seen evidence to make me, but I don't disbelieve it.
Right. You just haven't seen anything to help you scientifically.
One thing that intrigues me, and I've heard this a lot, different stories, when a child
Oh, those amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I love those.
will come
I eat
up
those like candy.
and
Yes.
just start talking to their parents about.
And then with provable details. That
Yes, I mean,
that
that's
gives me
just
chills.
mind blowing.
Yeah. To me, that's
know.
the most incredible
Yes,
phenomenon.
kids have great imaginations, but some of these stories
Yeah,
are
when they
so
can, they can
detailed.
go
and back it
and
up
I
with
mean,
evidence.
Yeah, like especially like,
Wow.
oh, my mom lived there, and like those people are still alive, and
Yeah.
then they lost a child, and then like when they can say, well, oh, I died of this horrific thing, and then on their back is a wound from in a birthmark. That's crazy.
I have a slight birthmark on my rib cage. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a slight, real pale birthmark on my rib cage on the side.
I have one on my arm. I can't imagine what kind of wound you could get.
Maybe you bled
sword
to death.
wound?
A bullet wound.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people don't die from being shot in the arm.
You could have bled out.
did,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Which was such a problem that, you know.
about
Yeah.
200 years ago.
Y'all
yeah.
have birthmarks?
Dylan has an arrow-shaped one on his ankle. Well, not his ankle, but like on his...
I think I have any, do I?
No, I've checked you thoroughly, and you do not.
Sure.
No, I don't have birthmarks. Mason was born with what they call the stork bite. You know, back here.
Yeah, Alexis has one of those.
In the hairline.
I don't know if you can still see it, but when she was born, she had one on the back of her neck, one in between her eyes, and one on her eyelid.
Yeah, that stork bites kind of fade as we age. I mean, I think they just knock the melanin or something. But yeah, so one son and a grandson have birthmarks. I don't, which clearly, I mean, fits with my theory that I was an asshole in a previous life and was burned at the stake. So, but yeah, I mean, I really...
Would that make you a witch, actually?
No.
I think you were stoned. Because
Probably.
all your limbs,
That makes sense, like all the dislocations.
almost like they're broken.
Yeah.
How many times
That's
have
really
you been
good.
stoned?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say
lot.
it's a recurring theme.
More than likely.
With me, I think Amber's been right there with me a few times.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I mean, I do. Okay, one thing that I like to ponder on the whole. Hillary is so thirsty. We've all experienced this phenomena. We've experienced it with one another. Like when you meet somebody and something just clicks, and you're like, "Oh, there you are! I've been looking for you."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, to me, that is one of the coolest phenomenon because everybody's experienced that at least once, and it's the most.
Yeah, when people say it feels like I've known them forever, it probably because you have.
Yeah, it's like, and you know, you're like, oh my God, I've been looking for you for so long, and I didn't really realize it, but now you're here, and it's so cool because I really think
That's what Amber thought when I walked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. And Chris thought dead ass, but you know,
I'm not ashamed.
no, you shouldn't be. Fat bottom girls and all that.
Damn right.
But I think we and I don't know how to say how it begins. I don't know how it begins, but I think there are certain souls that travel together, loosely affiliated, and they come and go in each other's lives. And I think that they do pacts before they come back in each life. Like, this is what we're going to teach each other. This is what we're going to experience together.
I've heard of that before, soul contracts.
Yeah, the soul. This is the path we're going to walk and the lessons we're going to learn. And you know, I really think that exists. I've felt that in my life. I've felt, you know, and I believe that, you know, obviously we're lovers, we're soulmates in this life, but maybe we were brother and sister or best friends in another life. Or you know,
Well, I just made it weird.
That makes that really weird now. Just saying.
You're welcome. But
There's a
Maybe
whole-
y'all lived in Arkansas before.
maybe we gotta get, you know, Grandpa Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
Oh my God. Oh.
We know an Uncle Daddy.
Oh my
I know
God.
a grandpa uncle.
Oh my God.
It's weird. You need a flow chart to follow it.
That's the best. But yeah, I mean, I really feel that. Like, you know, there are some people that come in your life and they teach you the most profound lessons just by being there, you know, and I think that those are meant to be. I think they are part of what we're supposed to learn and what we're going to... Charlie looks like it's just a little, like, cyborg moving through the house right now.
That's about to be bad.
Uh-oh. I'm glad I said something. Charlie's blind and has a halo. Bless his little heart. He was like, I was just going to bed, Dad.
Yeah, he was just about to
See,
knock
look,
that thing
it
over.
works. He didn't run into the chair.
Yeah, but his halo had got caught on
Yeah,
that
he was
shelf
gonna-
right
Yeah, I
there.
saw it.
That could have been
So
bad.
Yeah, that
we
could've
knew
been
somebody
wild.
in our ghost hunting group that did past life
Yeah.
Regression.
regression. Did you ever do that?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
You're gonna
See,
one
I think
day.
you should have.
You should have. I think.
Not with him.
He couldn't.
No, I
he
mean,
couldn't get past
stiff
the
and
stiff and
rigid.
rigid.
Yeah. Focus and
and
push.
All right, hold on. No.
Oh, that feels good, baby.
So-
we did it together.
And the whole tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
All right, so we need to explain what the fuck we're talking about. Otherwise, people are just gonna think we're weird.
And they already think that.
Well, even more weird. So this guy, he was and I'm using air quotes, a hypnotist, and
Astral traveler.
as he was putting someone under, he would have you
Astral trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, my inner second grader just woke up.
He would have you hold your arm out, and he would push on your arm, and he'd say, "Keep your arm stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid. Focus and push, focus and push." And it was like, what are?
We are not grown enough.
And us being 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I am not mature enough to not make references about that. It was like, dude, are you hypnotizing me? Because it sounds like one of us is giving birth and the other one's getting nailed.
Somebody's having a really loud bowel movement.
Yeah. No, that's. Yeah, I was thinking giving birth.
Bear down.
Yeah, but that's what we were talking about with focus and push and stiff and rigid thing.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, really, I think you should.
But we are so children.
Oh,
Not
God.
with him. No.
I would love to do it again. I was always under the impression that if it happened to me, I would be 100% believer. Mm-hmm. And then I went under it, and then I was like, well, maybe I was making it up. Maybe
There's so much second guessing. And I was like that too. I would like there be no question. Mm-hmm. I would just know. And I saw really interesting things. I saw things that surprised me, because one of the things that I saw, I've always had an interest in, but it didn't manifest the way I thought it would at all. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing, yeah, I mean, I didn't see it coming. It doesn't surprise me, but it's not. If I was going to make it up, there's shit, you know. And I mean, even subconsciously make it up. Yeah, that's not the shit I thought I'd see. I'd see it.
I want to talk about mine because I've always been obsessed with Egypt. Mm-hmm. Like, I know I was in Egypt at one point, and after I went through that,
I don't remember them stoning any of their Egyptian people. Mm-hmm. So
that's because I was a queen,
and it was.
I don't think so.
Oh, I do.
Anyway,
I got your back there.
So I would think if I were trying to make something up, it would be along those lines, or like something really cool. I've never liked the prairie.
You should see her face right now. She really doesn't like it.
She does.
And when I got put under, I remember him asking how old I was, and I think I was really fighting it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of it because we were not 100% comfortable.
Yeah. So I was really fighting.
That's because y'all hadn't focused and pushed.
But
I was afraid there might be something stiff and rigid.
He asked me how old I was, and I really wanted to say, I think I was like 26 at the time or something, and I really wanted to say that, but 12 came out. Mm-hmm.
Even though in your part of your mind's fighting with it, because that's how it felt for me too.
I'm trying to say 26, and then I just blurt out 12.
And I think that I experienced that with mine, and I think that's because we're both very strong-willed and also not real fond of giving up control. Mm-hmm. And so I think that was our way to, you don't have me. But eventually, your mind's powerful.
Yeah, it's hard for me to bring that wall down. Mm-hmm. And so told me what I was wearing, look around and everything. I remember looking down, and I was wearing this kind of red, kind of rusty-looking dress, long dress. There's dirt all around me. One side of me, there's just like this field of wheat. In front of me,
I would die.
There's a clothesline with clothes hanging, and across this like dirt streets, like a church or a schoolhouse, something with like the little steeple and the bell.
Things about it where you could almost kind of establish a timeline. Was there anything that you could say? It was probably between
Oh, I have no idea.
Because nothing really jumped out you detail wise.
I hate history. I hate the prairie. I hate all of that shit.
History? Yeah, really.
Well, unless it's like Egyptian history or something I'm really interested in.
Yeah, there are periods I'm obsessed with, and periods I
don't know. I had like the prairie dress, and everything was dirt, and there was a field of wheat, and there was this schoolhouse church building or something that has like the little thing on top with the bell in it.
I love how she sounds so nonchalant.
This place sucks.
Almost disgusted.
Seriously, I come out of it, I'm like, that was my past life. No wonder I hate the prairie.
It was fucking boring.
That must have been a
Nobody
sucky
had
life.
internet.
We raised 4 fucking barns. Who needs that?
So I don't know what time period that would be. I have no idea. But that was my regression.
Well, mine was twofold. I saw 2 scenes, and like the first one, it felt early American, and when I mean like pre-colonization, I don't know if that it was because there wasn't clothing like I was. That's why I was asking you, because everybody in mine was wearing like it was not clear enough